Grand Finals, as we know. Kicking off on the
I'm
attack
spiking res
side
as well.
of
Thank you so much for the
Haven.
tier 1.
It's a bold
Okay,
pick
we
to
got
make
Fnatic on
against
defense, we got
Fnatic,
K-Cop on
and
attack.
they're hoping it's
Dude,
gonna pay off.
triple frenzy.
Interestingly
It's
enough,
the
Fnatic
year of the
decide
frenzy.
to start on the defender side as well. Get the difficult one done early doors and trying to fight, brawl in towards A lobby. Boaster the one leading the charge, and he's got 3. Boaster really
What is it with this team and pistols, man? The Kayak's not getting 4.
Setting the tempo, and KC fully crunched. Yeah,
Boaster just takes the reins and does it himself.
Players not looking. Shigetsu turns, flicks Alpha's head, also the spike.
Dude, all close range with Frenzy as well. They saw the Omen flash from here, and he still popped this many people.
Blind as it stands, but back into 3 players on the Fnatic side.
I mean, it feels like Fnatic did the most perfect thing. I mean, Boaster did incredible though.
Yeah, a great start to that defender side.
Loki Vals, thank you so much for the tier 1 as well. I appreciate you doing that. Thank you so much. We got Nameless Angie as well. Thank you so much for the 5 gifted. Angie, thank you.
Yesterday, 22 days ago, it feels like yesterday. And the Fnatic pistol round wins, BBL able to
dragging out.
a decent amount of them. But it was the anti-equals that Fnatic were able to bounce back on.
Dude, he never gives himself any credit.
Opens up the immediate conversation.
QDad15 as well. Thank you for doing that also, mate.
Bracket here, and we'll be looking towards Boaster to try and guide them towards success. It's the same case in Toronto, of course, but in terms of the stage 2,
oh, that one's rough, man.
completely out of
That
the
one's rough.
ordinary.
Shady, thank you for doing that also, bro.
This is a nice
Well,
conversation to be talking about this Alpha cleans house in Garage. About just the problems that Fnatic have been having in general, right? You think of that map pool.
Can he do any damage? Taking an
all the
armor away would be
problems, how
nice.
exposed that they look with it.
I'm Vasi in the YouTube chat.
Yeah.
I appreciate the kind words as well, bro. Thank you for doing that.
So
Melly Melly from the bits as well. Hello, mate. Thank you for doing that
the
also.
rest of the house as well? Yeah, of course. Fnatic have played 79 maps this year, compared to KC, who have played 62. And to give you an example of what that actually means, Fnatic have essentially played an extra group stage where every series has went to 3 maps.
That's unlucky.
Not
the best start for K-Corp. Can't be feeling too great about what's been going on.
After seeing the Haven last time, we were wondering, maybe even building into champs, would there be an additional
Jason Bourne as well. Jason Bourne's here. Thank you so much for the 5 gifted. Jason, thank you for doing that.
Coming into the gun round, statistics bolstered. Alpha getting off to a hot start as well. KC.
Spectre just with the tier 1 as well. Thank you for doing that. Appreciate the 2 months. And Doraz Huey, right? With the prime. Thank you as well, mate. Okay, big buy round.
Things started off right. Kayak going off the board, trying to go walkies.
Dude, someone must have farmed near that ult. Basically, Alpha's going to be closest to get his ult.
We saw of this version of KC against Liquid, they were very slow playing as a pack. The calling will be different fundamentally for Sadak on the Cypher, a role which he previously played towards the beginning of his career. And now grouped up with the Spike at his side, Pyro starting to work the C-long space. Repositioning in Garage as Crashies catches info on the other extremity.
Crashies
went
for a bit of a play there with a stinger.
Alpha needs to be careful about his positioning.
Don't think this is great from K-Corp, if I'm fully honest. I don't really think the drone from Long does too much on anti-eco, especially from this corner. We've spoken about it a couple of times. The drone from here is only like good on buy rounds if you want a fast hit, in my opinion. Should always be. Always be in here. I like this from Fnatic though. Go for the double push behind. When does the camera get? Does the camera? Dude, he's not going to check the camera. Wait, this is actually... The shame Crashies has a frenzy. I mean, a singer. Yeah, he should probably make some sounds.
Flank has been detected. Kron on the scene. KC starting to fight towards defender spawn. Yeah, there's also a dart that Crashies can use to set up Kron as well.
The NA stinger, that's true.
Behind this Viper
he would have been able to carry on going though if he had it.
Split the post plant that is currently sat on site, but Sadak from the corner, resolute with the rifle in hand now. Kron has work to do to try and at least create a bit of damage here, but
damage was all right.
Much to ask of him.
An armory by one gun.
on Haven.
Yeah, I mean, there's a few things that we've seen already in terms
100
of
Thieves.
what we
Hope
expect
to get
from
you to
this
champs.
match.
Ah,
Speaking
dude.
about the
I don't think I've got that
garage
for you,
and how
man.
important that can be for KC, but also talking about
To make
Kabuki's,
champs?
Telestrator
Yeah, I don't think I got that
and
for you.
The mid aggression as well, right?
I just don't think the map pool's good enough,
Speaking of
man.
that, we've already seen it from Fnatic, and KC well up to the challenge and well aware of what Fnatic's priorities are.
I think it might be okay to just start accepting
directly linked to
what is likely to happen.
There are 2 players in garage reinforced.
They need
by
like
the
a couple
Viper
more
from
weeks to
front.
get their map pool good,
Had a
and they
little
just don't
more
have it.
defensive on B, but Kayak's done his job. The
Filler,
off-mid
thank you
play,
for doing the
finding
27
that
months,
first
man.
kill,
Thank you for that.
When they went down 3v5 before. Oh
What?
my lord, Martin!
What's going on there?
immediately catches our attention.
Dude, I mean, every single time Martin's been tucking in here and trying to punish what's going on over towards A long. He nearly did it the round before on crashes. So I wonder if they get like really proactive here all the time.
Overwhelm the site if needed.
Trying to get there, but it's a slow creep towards the site. Kayak's already arrived.
2
with the
personals,
open hand.
dude, they might get 3 on
Centralized
site here.
cannon
There's actually a good chance Fnatic can win this still.
Possibly get from this position. KC completely stalled out, and with
Ooh,
Kayak
Martin.
on the angle, it's Martin to win the fight. Has his number this time. Kron still playing behind the cloud.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think we should have cancelled this a while ago,
Yeah,
but
I mean, they've got so much time to play with. Why would you try and exec into a
Kiko-chan,
site
thank you for
where
doing that
all
as well.
Fnatic's players are, but
And
as ever, Fnatic
Ouncington
on
as
the
well.
prowl,
Thank you for the
trying to
prime,
be
bro. Appreciate
proactive
that.
And trying to get to C site first where Alpha is.
The Viper
30
wall is up
seconds
as well.
left.
It's only going to help aid Althea make this crossing. Safe passage backside. Martin to try and open up the play. Has he been left unconsidered? It seems to
it's
be
unlucky.
the case for Martin.
Spike planted.
Does
Dude,
crack the whip and
If
collect
Kron
his
had
fourth.
made
finished
sound a
off
little
by the
earlier or
shot
got to
dart,
play a
and it's
little
tied
earlier,
game outside of the
I'd have
first
owned
4
it.
rounds. KC responding in the rifle.
And I think the big thing
Okay,
already
two
as well
Byrons in a row
is
though, forcing back down to Eco.
performance-wise,
That's nice from them.
Martin is top of the pops.
I mean,
I think the
Harponassi,
last
thank
2
you so
rounds,
much for the
value
gifted,
that
bro.
he's been
10
able to
gifted from you.
find.
Thank you for doing that.
Why not?
Yeah.
Thank you for the 10, mate.
And a 4K from
Okay, you know what to
that
do,
should
Slug
show
Oil.
you
Get the spam going.
it just shows you, like, he's ready for this.
Fonty as well with the tier 1. Thank you so much for the 30 months, mate.
We need to see that consistency from
Thank you
him.
so much,
because you
man.
say he's top of the scoreboard, and it
Okay, they
is
got the
through
Outlaw.
4K,
Everyone
which he just
can
picked
get
up, but
one
that has
shot.
to
And Martin
channel
right now
rounds
is just
on rounds, and we do
dominating
get
A
it here.
control.
The Outlaw out for punishment. Alves watching C-Long, collecting Kayak. Fnatic down to their last 3 members yet again. These pushes have been foiled so far by KC, and to carry on the Martin conversation, yeah, we'll get a look at his stats in just a little bit, but it's the last couple of games where we have started to see him bring those numbers back up. It's
The calling from
decision-making
K-Cop's
for
been pretty
Migo,
nice
which
at
is
the moment
most
as well.
pivotal in
Not
making sure that
taking
he
too many
stays
risks.
at the top level,
I
which
mean,
is
taking no
ultimately
risks,
what
I
KC
would-
need if they're
I
to
would
have
say.
any chance of this champs run.
Yeah, and I think as well, coming out of last year, 2024, people were saying Martin probably like top 3, top 4 duelists in the region, right? This year has fallen to the wayside, and for a player that I was really excited about coming from Tier 2, you know, me and you try to support those players coming up. I just felt like, I don't know, there was a lot more to be desired when it came to his performances.
30 seconds left.
The round's still at play, and while the clock is running down, it isn't Fnatic on the attack. KC have taken their time, but
Damn,
assess
look
the
at them
options
though,
and
they're a
found the A
unit.
site. All 3 players here on the defense, but still
Yeah,
Sheriff's
big
in
flash from
hand.
both there.
Ain't getting
Well, the
looked.
comms liking the smoke going
Yeah,
down.
The smoke poster finally reveals his position. Flood out
Dude,
covered.
K-Cop are
Alves
looking
has
nice
it
on this map
handled
right now.
well. KC
Everything's
now
insanely
in the lead.
together.
That was the
It just looks
half investment
fully
on
under
Fnatic.
control.
Of course, this is where you expect them to fuck up their ideas, especially with ults in play.
Yeah, 100%. You've got the lockdown there.
Thoughts on
Martin
Heretics?
with a
I'm
dimensional
still really
bridge.
high up on Heretics, man. I think BBL are good.
So, Carmichael, you could argue, have the better of the scope of ultimates.
This map for them coming in, you were thinking as well. Sure, the result against Koi was strong. Fnatic playing the same opponent and narrowly getting over the line in comparison to the dominance we saw from the French side. Looks like a quick pace change.
Pistols, yeah, it's hard to win. I mean, you shouldn't be winning. Teams are too good right now, or teams should be too good that if you win double pistol, it should be a map. They want 4 pistols.
So it will be a B
should just be as simple as that.
KC, and there is a vacuum that they'll look to fill.
Straight in, but so Fnatic.
Heretics maybe could have had some better starts with some of what I saw, but still the same theory applies. Okay, does he Killjoy ult on short on this one? Okay, so if they're gonna do this though, I need to see pressure on the spike pretty early. Instant reaction from them is to ult through Garage. No way, they didn't check Boaster in the corner. Oh boy, and Boaster's the one that's meant to block vision with the smoke. Oh dude, Fnatic are getting wrecked.
Trying to make his way through, but you look at the position of the last two players, there's no way that
Boaster had to hit this shot, man. They had to hit this shot. Nice reaction from K-Corp though, really taking fast Garage in reaction to them ulting over towards the site.
From Pyrol. The previous week, of course, just him settling in to the squad. Precious time spent.
It was nice, dude. K-Corp are looking good, I'm telling you.
And KC responding to a difficult round set up by Fnatic. You can see Martin, when he exits his ult, is all the way out on the C side and drops back in to deny the diffuser once the spike had already been halved. Early timeout called on the Fnatic side to respond to this. But back to that Pyrol conversation.
What do Liquid need to qualify? Basically, Heretics not get wrecked.
Against Liquid, definitely maximize.
If you're a Liquid fan, you want Fnatic and Fnatic and Heretics just kind of beat everyone at the moment.
Yeah, what's your next one gonna be?
That's the easiest way.
Against Fnatic, mate. So good.
Basically, the only way that most of them don't qualify is people going on a run, like your K-Corp's Vitality.
Definitely did aid their preparation, and it draws me back to the question I posed at the start. Were we going to potentially see them?
BBL won the same thing. Yeah, everyone wants the same thing basically at the top. Giants, yeah, dude, Giants. Giants, Na'Vi, they're the same floor.
A bit more strategic depth, and I think you saw a semblance of that in the previous round, at least with how they want to factor the ults.
You would imagine it wouldn't happen, but we're seeing some mad stuff at the moment from
against Koi. So the first couple of defeats immediately
from these teams.
And here you can see, yeah, Fnatic have that kind of credit on their CV.
Okay, I like this from Fnatic. They aggro over towards A. They fake that they're doing it with multiple people by putting the Omen Flash in, hoping for a reaction over towards middle, and then they pinch on them when they're in middle. They're just trying to force them into the 4-person stack. But I'm telling you, I'm watching how K-Corp play like all of these rounds at the moment. They're just so chill. They're literally just waiting every single time. K-Corp basically playing how Fnatic normally play.
Still very stagnant from KC though.
Looking for his time to strike. He can smell blood in the water. Alva's going to go looking punished. And there you have it. Fnatic with an opening.
Okay, it gets a little bit weird now because it's 50 seconds and they have the same map control that you start off at the beginning of the round.
Yeah, and now KC left, scratching their heads. How do we get numbers back on our side? What do we do to try and
40 seconds, just taking mid-control.
In our favour, because with the bodies all in Fnatic's favour, they can start to bundle up now, and you can see that towards the C side of the map, especially Garage with Prawn and Kayak still are.
That's incredible. He ended up then putting it inside the smoke so you can't even see anything anyway in terms of the minimap also. They're in so much trouble, as much as we've been giving them compliments, because if they can get the Sova all off for the plant, they've got to push all the way to A. Big jaw coming up. Oh, dude, is he going to ult this? Is there anyone to protect him? Well, that'll do it.
That's a big Hunter's Fury.
Martin's got a 1v4.
That's Fnatic, 3 to the good.
Martin with 4 players to get past. He's found his first.
Yeah.
All come and spawn? Oh, all come and spawn. Might have been doable. I mean, I liked it from K-Corp, but it was good. Everyone was chilling. And then I would say they're maybe 20 seconds too late to re-clear, and the fact that they're re-clearing middle like this isn't the best, especially as they had the camera and the drone. You gotta use one of them.
With him not taking up many lurks on another 3-site map, Lotus previously.
Maybe with the C info they had as well, going prodding C better would have worked.
Micromanage Pyrol a little bit more as well. Does it then make that macro calling a little bit harder for him? Right now at the
XZ, thank you so much for the Prime as well. Thank you for doing that.
It was just a really well set up round from Fnatic. They want more of that in middle.
Is there EMEA games tomorrow?
Continuing
Yes.
to force the issue.
Placing swamp grenade.
What the hell?
Sadak all on his own
China,
with no
EMEA, and
possibility of
Americas
being
tomorrow.
traded, gets caught out.
One of the times you do see the 4-1. Now into Garage.
That Blaze Wall's doing so much. The alarm bot can't see the players walking through. One gets picked up. Poster low, looking for a quick trade.
Segetsu's on this. Wait, they look
No
nice on
smokes
this map,
does tricks
K-Corp.
well. KC and Fnatic
It's looked very
more than
convincing with what's
familiar.
going on. Obviously, you
And,
can still
this
kind of mess
time,
up against this
KC
comp.
will be taking the lead for themselves,
Right,
but
a lot of
it's
teams on
important to
defense
address
maybe
that
don't have
as
the best
well.
game plan
Maybe
against the
not the
Fnatic
best
comp.
example in the round, but these teams
Yeah,
have been scrim
good to see the
partners
bugged
so
box.
far in the stage after that opening match for the following weeks. Not expecting to see Fnatic in this lower bracket because, as I said before,
You
it's
wish
not
people
something
would
we
play
usually see
Phoenix
from them
more.
later
Do I
in the
wish
year. In
people
fact,
would play
we've never
Phoenix
seen
more?
Fnatic
Not
in a
really.
lower
I think
bracket
it's used an
in
okay
stage
amount.
two.
There's
It's
like a
only
couple of
happened a few
teams that
times in
use it.
general in EMEA.
It's more of a
Lowers
ranked
in
agent.
Stage 1 last year and at both kickoff events, of
I
course.
definitely
so
think for... I definitely
that's
think
the thing
teams
about
could
Stage 2 and Fnatic.
bring it out
Stage
for like
2,
more one and done
they
sometimes.
generally never miss
But
a
the problem
grand
is every
final,
time you
right? The
use it,
last
you
time
kind of
they
know
did
what the
so
plans
was
are.
all the way
Like people
back
are
in
farming orbs,
2021.
usual stuff.
Jeez, man.
I
How
think these
much,
days, if
how
you're gonna
much of a
force
feather
something
duster,
like
how
that,
big
like
did you need
an ISO is probably
dust off
better.
those history books? Because that's been a long time.
I looked at Tom Biz's Twitter, mate, to be honest.
Usually does the trick.
Sneezer with the tier 1,
be a
thank you
last
so
scoreboard
much as
here
well,
and
bro. I
there.
appreciate that.
No harm done. But yeah, we coming out of this round, I think another player to be looking at on the opposite side is going to be Alpha, plying his trade in the second stage, always looking like one of the best players that Fnatic have towards the later end of the year.
Yeah, and I think this is a really good look for him, considering the year that he's had, and the fact that people were saying, like, is he up to his best? Is he starting to have a performance?
BBL or
dip? And
Liquid, who's
straight
going to
away
win?
As the year progresses,
A close
back
game,
to it.
man.
Crash
It's
is
hard
the
to
one
count
start this
BBL
round
out
in
these days.
Fnatic's
I would still
favour,
say
though.
Liquid,
These
but
first engagements have very often indicated
if
the
you're,
direction of the
if you're
round.
just looking at playoffs only,
Fnatic only finding their first outside of the opening two.
BBL's
means that
had very
KC
good prep
have
at the
been able
moment.
to turn these situations on their head, but a 5 versus 3 as Kron makes the next incision through B, has them sat in mid with little options and little space.
so much control for Fnatic.
I could see a world where K-Cup will want a timeout here, but I imagine Sadic's got it covered.
To be careful. That could open up that A side of the map for KC to walk into, or at least create a question mark.
Sussless with the
Fnatic
Prime,
need
thank
to
you so much for the
reclear.
3 months.
Has to be
thank you, bro.
cautious playing by himself.
Does
Crashes
EMEA
his
look weak this
duo
year?
called over,
I don't.
up in
I
arms on
think
A, but thinks better
the
of it, now
overall
towards
of
lane.
EMEA is weaker than it's probably like relatively similar
There's
to
not a lot of space
America's.
towards A.
Like the overall from Pacific
Question
is for
is,
sure
can
the
he
best from what we've seen.
Clear out
Like you would
enough
feel
space.
1
Can he
to
find
12,
most
like
of it? And
Pacific
you're
is the
expecting at this
best,
point
no
in the
doubt.
round for Fnatic to
But I
start
would say like the
reacting
actual
themselves,
4 that
moving
make
more
it to
players, more
champs
bodies towards
are
this site.
pretty good
The
faith in them
timing's
doing alright.
Roster doesn't know, and he's been found by Martin. That should alert
But it
the
depends how you
Spike
look
to
at the
make his way
regions,
on
really.
towards site. There's a little bit of a gap in timing to allow the
Spike
spike down
planted.
easy enough. But where does
Oh.
KC go with a post plan on the front foot?
Bro, how
Still
have
two
they
flashes left
how have they
here
turned
for
this one
KC.
around? This
One
is
of them
such
used
an
by
important
Martin to
duel
take that
behind.
aggressive fight.
They realize that
Shigetsu
someone's
knows
going
the
behind.
plan.
Do they
should be
react?
looking
Don't
towards the
really
fence
have
for
to,
now.
but most teams would.
The delay, it's going to not work.
I
in
like this a
Fnatic's
lot
favour.
from
They
Alpha.
want all
Creates
3
pressure
players
behind,
here, but
insta groups
Alpha
up with
so
his
far
team here
away.
as well.
It's going to allow Martin to play in the smoke. 2 apiece, more
Hey, saw the molly, they know he's here now.
forward, and that smoke going allows Alpha the next kill. So gets
Ooh,
it
what a
out,
shot.
needs to clutch up a clean headshot, leaves him in a 1 versus 1 against Alpha. The spike looking to be half, but Sugetsu looking to try and find the next
That is nice
spike,
from
but it goes
Sugetsu, right?
Alpha's way.
Oh, look how
It's not
close
gonna be
this was.
close enough,
Dude,
though.
Sugetsu played this perfectly,
Red Bull
especially the
clutch
peek out
for
check on the spike as well. The
Sugetsu.
cross after he got the
Playing
first
the
kill was
time all
awesome.
the way down, that second tap not baited for. So it'll slip through the fingers of Alpha. Is brilliant work from Martin to kick this round off, and these are the moments
Wow.
that
So
you're putting
funny.
under scrutiny.
Dude,
He can
3v5 on this.
Find the right fight.
Bobby on
He
him.
does.
Bobby on him.
The skin of their teeth.
3v5, gave him some
staying in
kills on
front and
sight.
building on that lead.
Gave him some ones.
Just one rifle round picked up from Fnatic.
Tara K,
Should've
thank you for
been
the
the
3
second.
months, man. Appreciate the
Let's
tier
be
1.
honest. Should have brought them
Okay,
within
both are doing a
one,
similar
but
thing
now
to
the
what they were
gap
doing earlier, where he's just
three.
trying to create a lot of
KC on this
pressure
attack
like
side
they're
really getting
fighting
momentum
this
that
with 3. Maybe try force them into the
it's gonna
trap over
allow
towards
them to
Garage.
put themselves in a good position for the second
Doesn't
half.
look like
Ultimate's
Fnatic have the
available
most
though
stuff on
for
this
Fnatic
defense.
and KC. Pens really want to use them.
For the time being, it looks like the attack is gearing
Okay,
up towards
they're kind of
the C
they're
side.
kind of reusing a lot of stuff.
Very
for, like, the
exposed
same
turret
theory.
in front of the Viper wall from Alpha to just check for any player presence. Yet to register.
So
Meantime,
Penguin,
Martin is
thank you
trying
so
to
much for the
fake
prime as well, bro.
A
Appreciate
as much
that.
as he possibly can. This Euro has usually been a telegraph for where KC look to.
You see that
plot
Safe
their
is playing
course.
today? Yeah, I thought that would happen. I mean,
Still very
you're not gonna bring him back and not play him. I wonder what maps.
His effectiveness at these stages
Wonder
of the
maps
game,
he
but
plays.
still a stalemate.
And you look at Fnatic, previously in rounds were being proactive, this time round very reserved. We're going to get
Is
the
he in
dimensional
for? We
drift
don't know,
bomb
but we're
towards
guessing
B, where
Kovac.
Monster
That makes the
sits
most
above.
sense.
He's been identified and picked up.
Makes the most sense in terms of roles.
Hunter's Fury in towards C-Link. It isn't quite connecting.
For absolute mayhem, by the way. He's not able to get this plant down. 10 seconds. Dude, Static is on his own planting. I think K-Corp are a little lucky here. Surely they had to defend him better. I think even Fnatic thought that there would be way more defense here. A lot of sound over towards site. Takes a good timing on this one.
Now the player's distracted and B.
Oh, he heard him? Bro, what a round from Crashies so far. They're just staying alive as the one here because they need to tap the spike, create pressure.
But Abez is denying it.
No half.
It's not, but finally it
No
will be.
way.
And now the player's looking at Fnatic to find the
Wait,
picks,
Crashies
which they will.
played this
But is
so
there enough
well.
time for Crashies to finish
So
this out?
well.
Just about. He's going to be able to get it over the line, and Fnatic will find another round through a retake.
Noodles in a bowl. Thank you so much
It is
as well,
one
bro.
which they
Vitality
paid
or
a
Na'Vi?
hefty price for.
I didn't think
3 of
Na'Vi
their
would be in the
ultimate
lower
spend.
finals there.
But I think you take that trade
Probably-
almost every day of the week with how some
probably
of these
Na'Vi.
rounds have been playing out.
It's a close one though.
I mean, Crashies is doing
Problem is
so
Safe
much
coming in.
work on this flank and through.
It plays so weird.
Not what they expected from the previous reps that they'd got, perhaps.
MLG Arza, thank you so much
we
as well.
will
Appreciate the
see
prime.
The
Thank you for
second
that.
time out of this first half, and this time it finds itself painted in KC blue, wanting to maximize their returns, heading on to the defender's side, which looked better for them, arguably.
What are
An
EG's
8-4
chances
against
today?
Floyd.
Honestly, pretty good. If EG mess up the map pool, then
Checking
it's
in with
done.
The coaching
But
staff, they have ults to build around. Fnatic,
if they're
of course,
smart with the
investing
map
theirs in
pool,
the previous.
from what we've seen, you might even say they're favourites.
Spoke about Pyro and his trial by fire. I think as well, KC,
But
playing
if they mess
against
up their
Team
map
Up
pool
would be
slightly,
able
then
to win
Undefeated will be
that
so
out.
fun.
This is how they go and prove
the map
that
picks
that
are
wasn't a
everything, I
one-off,
feel like.
Right, going and beating Fnatic, starting their lower bracket run perfectly, and against, you think towards the next stage, GX, right? They're on a little bit of form of their own, and a completely winnable game for Carmine Core.
Yeah, I think that's the one difference between KC's
As of EG
run and
going
some
on a
of the
run
other
to win
teams
champs.
that we've seen in
To
a
win
similar
champs,
position. BBL have been showing their
I think I'm
results since
generous
kickoff,
saying
and
0.1%.
GX have grown throughout the group stages, pulling off a number of upsets along the way. KC, on the other hand, have to build from the ground up. The roster change and the consequences
To
that
win
brings
champs.
just leads back to the narrative in the previous week. How long does the honeymoon phase last?
All the way to Paris.
The city of love.
Bro, just run it back.
Yeah, that it is. Spike down.
They just ran it
straight
back.
into a post plant.
Okay.
Very early doors. Fnatic
Phoenix ult
now
as
have
well.
to pick up, and where do they go?
Dude, they're
This retake,
I mean,
it
this
seems
is going to be
like
hard
bodies
again
are
for Fnatic
directed
right now.
mostly towards the
I kind of
seaside.
like this. A K-Corp abusing the fact that they don't use Viper stuff over towards B.
Chalk off a lot
So
of
the
HP.
retake's a lot
Volume
harder.
beat, sets up, Sadak converts. Defuse still not yet worked on, but finally Fnatic have to get their hands busy. Kayak flooding out to create some of this space. There's no second layer, no flank this time.
They got it
They're
half.
fully reliant
Smoke's big
being
here.
able to dissuade the players that face them down. Aves do Lisa
Ah,
flies
dude,
back out of
surely
the
we
ult.
can get this
Another
half.
kill for him, and numbers in their favor until Crashies steps on the scene again.
Man,
3
Crashies,
kills
mate.
from him, but it still might not suffice. A smoke post-mortem
Holy.
poster, but it's Pyro to bail
Dude,
them
K-Corp
out
are all
again.
over them though.
These post plants from KC.
No, the post plants are nice. Every single time they're like taking something after as well. They're always taking garage.
So much to just
They're definitely abusing the hell out of B.
And also the fact that they're trying to upset the retake by playing on the front foot, using the run it back to stop anybody getting out of garage. And yeah, I mean,
Steve in the
brilliant for
YouTube
Pyro
chat,
to get
thank
that
you, bro.
double
Thank
at
you
the
for sending
end.
that, mate.
7-4 is the scoreline we find ourselves at.
E4, yeah, thank you,
KC
bro.
need another round
Thank you for the
to
kind
make
words
sure
as
that
well,
they
mate.
will have a sustainable lead for the
How many
next
did
half.
Fnatic need? There's a chance this is okay. It really just depends on how KCOP play it. If they're very...
It's not often.
If they're not proactive
rare
enough on their
that you see
defense,
a player
they'll lose still.
arrive at the stage in those
But
kinds of
with how prepped they are here,
such
I think they're going to be
calmness.
fine.
But this half is yet
A nice shot.
not completed, and Chronicles already found the first of those kills. Kayak fighting from sight. KC trying to retake this space,
Dude,
and Alves
Alves.
doing a brilliant job, but the backline
An extra
has
Phoenix
been
ult again.
compromised.
It has.
Had it
And
literally
there's
last
Alpha
round.
with a rifle here. The player's now trying to search towards CT. Alves being the sole player to do so. It's not really finding much.
Take this
What a
thing.
shot.
Oh my yards, Alves gets caught. And now it is on Sadak. The captain to clutch it. Has a path to walk towards A, but locks eyes with Boaster. There is no way
Mate,
back for him
he
now.
picked up a
Alpha,
Marshall.
yeah, closing the net.
Mate, you
Sadak
picked up a
boxed
Marshall.
in, running for
Wait,
his
what happened
life,
there?
but no
A
saviour
full
in
brain
sight.
melt.
2 rounds between the teams. Brilliant recovery from Fnatic in the last few.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a good half for both teams. Let's be honest, Fnatic.
What did he think?
who's decided
Do you reckon,
to start on the
he looked at the
defender
skin and thought it was an
move on to the
outlaw?
attack where we know
Spike
that
down.
they can thrive. That's the big thing here. The second half is what's going to make it. And well, we got some thoughts from Crashes on his first year with Fnatic.
Yeah, that we did.
The
It'll be
skin
great to hear
diff.
from him and how he's been
Hey, that's
getting along with
messed
the
up.
team, making it back to another international grand final.
Yeah, so we've already locked champs, and obviously we won last stage, so we've kind of like accomplished our regional like dominance, I would say. It'd be nice to go back to back, but we're really looking forward like to champs and prepping for champs. So going into playoffs, there's not really much pressure for us. We're just gonna play, practice some stuff, and you know, if we can win, then it's great. But yeah, not too much pressure or anything.
Nice. All right, we got our round. We got our round. Let's go, boys. Are you sure you don't want to show the killjoy?
First year VCT EMEA was definitely interesting. Never really thought I would like fly across the country and compete in like another region, especially to win my first like regional trophy in another region. It's very surreal to me even to think about it now. But I definitely say like it was a successful year so far. Obviously the year's not over, but yeah, definitely successful leading up to this point.
Folklore Echo, thanks so much for the 5 months as well.
The levels we know he's capable
It's kind of
of,
interesting.
But even then, contrasting it to
that
the
he's already
previous
viewing
week,
it as a
the series
successful
we
year.
saw from Crashies, the BBL game, probably his worst performance so far this stage.
I guess the expectations
hoping that we get more of that
were a little bit
from
lower
him
for
at
what they're
Champs,
actually
though.
doing.
You can get your tickets now, of course, using the QR code. We had a few more allocated recently, so make sure that you
Well,
find yourself
at least
there.
for stage
Kayak
one,
go
I
in
guess.
the boat.
Yeah.
We should say.
And yeah, that's the big thing, right? The Orange and Black gonna find themselves
After that,
there, but they wanna
after that
find
year on
themselves
NRG,
in a
that
decent
is
spot in
true.
the second half.
That is true.
Absolutely,
I think
and
it's
to
probably a
carry
lot
on that
different for
Crashies
him
point
than
as well,
maybe
I
like
think
a
the last time
Chronicle
we
or an
saw him,
Alpha.
really suffer as much
That
as he
year,
did last
that
time
year
out
in
was in the
2024
G2 game, maybe
NRG.
getting
Yeah.
a little bit in his own
Dude, I
head
think he
against
probably
regional
after that,
rivals, and
after
the
being in that
BBL
team, you
matches
probably
are
think you're
also
never going to
bringing
lift the
its
trophy
own,
again.
situational
to be fair.
pressures. You've seen that already
that must have
alleviated
been pretty
here.
surreal.
15 and 7 heading now onto their attack side, where we expect the best from Fnatic.
That is true.
I'm out of here.
Starting towards A lobby, and KC up to the challenge, trying to fight through Chronicles Viper.
Okay, this is going to be interesting for sure, because again, if KCOP aren't proactive enough on defense, I think they lose this, but I'm already seeing good signs. We're prioritizing the area that spots over towards A, and we got camera deep over towards C. If they need to try and get as much info as possible.
Found the players squirming out, manages to escape, can't quite get the pick, but
Great shot from
Martin
Martin.
still holds on towards shot, and Kayak has set his sights on finding him, and does. That should allow the spike to go down. Fnatic looking
They're
for
going to hit him with a double
information on the
pistol.
last two.
Looks like
Pistol
it.
won't be outdone here. And with numbers on Fnatic's side, they've set up post, but still thinking about a potential flank with how long Martin was able to hold it down in sewers.
Yeah, there's absolutely no utility really that KC can use. Perhaps waiting for Sugetsu's smoke to chain their way out.
Looking for the contact on Kayak here.
Yeah, and well, Kron playing off him as well, trying to clear the corners and does so. This gets worrying because now it leaves crashes against Sugetsu, but time getting low. And that's all
time for
Crashes
sure.
needs to play with. Just denies
nicely
Sugetsu
handled.
the
Dude, double
opportunity
pistol.
to defuse, and does so.
Double pistol, they could steal a map
Straight
where
back with a pistol
they are
round
looking
one.
worse at, for sure.
Back-to-back pistols for Fnatic, and this one screams all the signs of a KG elimination match that you'd expect with KC's Paris hopes on the line. Martin does excellently well in holding on to
truffles, mate.
sewers for as long as he did, and you can see that reflected in Fnatic's post-plant. Something which coming out of Toronto, they did want to try and work on, because it had been a bit of an issue on this map specifically. But now you're just thinking about how much momentum can they build up early. KC all classics.
Yeah, but all 5 on Elo.
Yeah, I like this for a buy.
It's a blue wall.
I like this.
It certainly is.
I'm honestly really on board with the
Facing the wrong way though.
5-person lineup.
I guess if you were to...
Yeah, dude, anywhere these days where there's like a bit of a slope,
literally, Chronicle
anyone's
is
trying to do
moving his way
the
around.
stack.
Careful, yes, Sugetsu though, so ball back up.
Habadia, thank you so much for the 3 months as well.
You know,
Thank you
I
for
was
that.
critiquing the craftsmanship, but that's a sturdy wall. They've not moved after that first player spotted. And it's good. It's good. Ale, how many more of those?
Look at Alpha. Alpha's just like, what, there's a 4-person
Spotted some
stack?
targets at the very least. And,
Sure.
for the Fnatic perspective here, you're
Let me
looking at
at him.
building up ults.
Saving grace though, realistically, was just a pistol player, right? That was Kron found, and all the other weaponry was on that C side with the spike ticking away. I don't even think KC are really going to attempt to retake this, and would rather just all go to the spike.
There it is again. But this is exactly what you've got to do on a round such as this. And when you talk of ults, one thing for KC that you're always going to be thinking about, and made up a lot of the previous half, was Ave's low-cost run it back, just 6 ult points, the cheapest in the game, and Martin already
Who's the
halfway
longest
to the
active
dimensional
Valorant
drift. You're
player
wondering,
who's been a pro
how can
since
they
the
partner up
earliest
best
of
as
day
possible?
ones?
2 duelists that can flash.
It's got to be one
We
of
don't
the
really
Vision
see
Striker
Phoenix
boys, right?
all too much, but if you take away Alpha, it's just 2 rifles in the next. It's exactly what it'll end up being, so
Boaster.
Good
The
job from
Vision
KC
Striker
there.
boys are supposed to be in, for sure.
All even coming into what will be the first rifle round, and in fact it looks like both sides will have a fair amount of it.
They were
Ooh, 4 ifs. Now we know. 5-8, boys.
they were paid in Vision Strikers, right? I
But
think.
the threat was identified and dealt with in the end. This looking like a pretty strong bonus.
I think it was an actual orc. I can't remember for
KC,
sure.
Once again,
Because Summon FC did
with
get picked up
bodies
from
on
Fnatic for a little bit.
Trying to push them out of lobby. Fnatic are very quickly crossed behind their own toxic screen.
They have, and Martin's been left all alone on A to hold this down. Sure supported by
The 2
Cypher
orcs merged,
utility.
yeah. Then honestly, it's like a
setup to me when you look at the TP
probably
in the
like
camp,
Stacks
but
or someone.
That's a big pickup though in terms of information for Fnatic.
Stacks RB,
it's only
something
Kron
like
being
that.
seen, and he's usually the luck player like they saw on the last round. So
Just 'cause they were the
look at
first to get
setup,
paid in the
and
game.
KC are leaning so heavy towards C.
Sadak will have notification of this push in with his trap, but Martin fakes the TP. He's committed to long.
Yeah, he's trying to commit to
God,
the
that
fight,
looks
and it's
so
Fnatic
rough.
this one every single
Ah
one.
man, they're gonna mess this up, aren't they?
A-site opened, spike can go down, and even enough time for Crashes to pick up an extra orb.
So it looks like Carmine Core will reconsider here and not put any further effort in trying to change the round outcome. It has
RB
been
joined
settled.
fast.
Fnatic
Dude, it might be
finding
RB.
8 and moving in front in this map. Map of their opponent's choice, and while we have a moment to look at the veto here as well, it is different from what we saw between the two teams
I
before.
think K-Cop timeout
Find
after that.
one
I
which
don't
was previously played. But
I can't
the addition
imagine
of Corrode for Fnatic and
that's
that
how they want to
previous
play
match
this.
against BBL, the one positive
hoping.
really to take from it last time out, I think, is scary if you're KC.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, right? Fnatic have been suffering from success, let's be honest, with the amount that they've played. We've already spoken about that. And I think coming out of that BBL game, there was a lot more question marks than exclamation marks about Fnatic's map pool. And right now, it seems as if with this performance, Fnatic are starting to answer those question marks.
It's the goal for them
Let's
to
have a little
rectify as much as possible. If they were to go out today, it would definitely be seen as a failure, despite the fact that the core objectives of this mission in Stage 2 have changed. KC with their second timeout. It's an early one in this second half right now. I don't often reference the crowd, but I heard someone shout "'cause they need it," and I think that's probably fairly accurate of an assessment.
No, I
if you
think,
want to come up here and take my
I think that nailed it.
Do you know what, mate? I wouldn't mind that, actually. Just
Sadak?
we
No,
have like
Sadak
a
loves
fan come in and-
Sadak
Yeah,
loves the
why
Phoenix,
not?
he
Yeah.
loves the Harbor.
do a competition for it.
Yeah, I should stop giving them airtime. It doesn't stop. But as we do dive back in, it is a bonus converted, and
I mean, Eng is going in here.
challenge. You can see the frustration from Eng.
I would be so frustrated. There's no way they plan to play their first buy round like this.
They didn't trust in his
They'll
ways
lose
to
every
carry them
round.
through this lower run.
They gotta be.
But it's what has been asked of
You
the
gotta be a little
team.
bit more proactive. Gotta be smarter with this as well.
looking at it
Alpha's
here,
like, why is the camera
someone
on me,
else
man?
they've got to get past. Alpha.
Why is he on me for
having
so
a
long?
Pretty good showing so far.
Ninja, thank you so
Yeah,
much, bro. I
he knows
appreciate
what
that.
it means to go to an
Thank you,
international
thank you.
event.
Knows how to
That's
win
luck
one
in
as
challenges
well.
as well, mate.
Knows how to hold down the fort, clutch up if needed in a grand final.
Yeah, we've seen it. But no icebox in the veto and no icebox in the upcoming champs. So. No double
Okay, the
spray
two
downs,
that
perhaps,
go
but who
down,
knows?
force
KC
on top of
immediately
this. Yeah,
putting the
this is
pressure on.
this
Now
is
the
the stuff they need to be doing.
Love to
Especially with a Yoru on
immediately
defense.
set the tempo, and you can see that with Martin.
Need to
Buried
control
at the
mid all
bottom
the
of
time.
mid, a TP to escape if needed.
There's a time limit on this position, right?
There is. You would still feel, though, that he would want to retain this position.
it's much better. Dude, look at the
mini-map,
mini-map, though.
Towards the A site.
What the
Something else that
hell?
the desk was discussing is how
Early cam,
KC
and I
do
guess when
like
the
to
early
flood
cam
as much
spots,
as
he takes his
possible.
TP so that he can
That
cover this.
First TP gone, repositioned, and this time you look at C. It's
Okay,
so much
camera
more
gets
open
shot,
because there's
so
not
instead of
gonna be
him
a quick
taking the
rotate
TP,
towards
Cypher
that
just goes
C
back.
site.
So because they know that Fnatic never like to
Crashes.
insta-fast hit or
Reveals Martin's
bust,
position, but there's no one to
They're-
deal with him right now.
they're waiting for them
Still
to
a sense
actually
of
break the
comfort
bits
in
of
how
Yuto
he's
and then
set
go
up here.
back.
KC recollecting information on A, remaining stalwart in their positions. 3 blue shirts ready for Fnatic.
Trip here, 3 pass and
Looks
push
like they're gonna get the
behind.
value from
Yeah,
it, right?
not
The
too
fact
bad.
that they've
Getsu still has
sat here for
flash.
so long, and now there's more
Info over
bodies
towards
working
middle,
over.
don't
This
spot
looks like it
anything.
could
Jump
be a
spot over
5
towards
versus
C, don't
5
spot
safety.
anything.
But
4
still
pass and
surplus
stack
of
on site.
utility
If they
for
can't hold a
Fnatic
4
to
pass and stack on
escalate
site,
their efforts
then
towards
it's
the
done.
KC stronghold on A. The blue wall built yet again, but cannot crumble if the road
it's
to
a little
Paris
bit harder
is
with a
to be
Sova ult.
success.
Oh,
Trailing now
that's
in this
pretty
game.
rough, man. The
Crashes
Sova ult
opens
was
things up for
unbelievable.
Graffiti. Alves getting sprayed with bullets, but it's Pyro.
Boaster wanted to do the FNS. He was wanting to run to B with 12 seconds left.
There's no time for the plant to come in. KC have stood their ground and stood it successfully.
Okay, I've seen enough,
3
man.
players on
Boaster
their
would have
feet.
agreed with FNS on the rotate at 8-8. I've
Resolved
seen
equal
enough,
once
dude.
more. The fact that they get the key off
He was out of there.
Frontline Core
He was
from
out of there in
just
12
staying
seconds.
On that east side, not moving. I mean, Fnatic, sure they break the Cypher cam, but as they come in towards the site, the usual...
Valen got involved? Wait, what did Valen
kind
say?
of,
I mean, Valen's saying just
regeneration
hit
of
site
utility,
Omen
that third
TP,
set
right?
that we usually
I'm
see in
pretty
rounds
sure.
is what ends up undoing them.
T Webster, thank you so much,
Sticking to
man.
that
Thank you,
call
thank
as
you.
well,
Appreciate
but-
the 5 gifted. Thank you so
Can
much.
there be consistency?
He
that
disagreed with
word which we
FNS,
continue
yeah,
to
yeah.
throw around for KC and their pickups on this
Has
defensive
anyone
side.
agreed with
That's the
FNS on
first,
that
of
one?
course. This time Martin left. With
So-
Cypher util,
someone's got to be on
a
his side,
repetition
surely.
in how this defense is functioning. It's Martin catches visual on Chronicle, and as you said before, starting to build up a picture of what this
No one so
attacking
far.
default looks like for Fnatic.
That's so funny.
Lucky boy to be getting away
Zed,
with his life there,
Felix,
Martin.
thank you so much as well, man. Appreciate the prime. Thank you for the 2
Full face
months.
check. have hesitated.
I like this again from K-Cup. They're being proactive. They're getting info early. I think the trip over to... Dude, honestly, this setup right here, the throwing the trip over towards people in A, there's a lot of people that could use this from the Havens that I've been watching recently.
Alpha still prowling outside front B, and as you see Fnatic starting
It's
to
so good right
towards
now.
A, you think that that's the late lurk.
I don't like the K-Cup setup though, but I guess it's because they've maybe looked into the fact of them shutting down A and then Fnatic will like to hit elsewhere. Something like that. If you shut it down heavy, they don't want to go back to the site. I don't know. Because it is risky. They're playing retake against a comp shouldn't be playing retake against, but as we can see on the minimap, it's for sure a right read. 20 seconds, they got to push over towards B. Recon clears over towards C. Big spam from Sadak. Oh, he doesn't have a Phantom.
Any progress onto the neck of the site itself. Martin with the first of the kills, and you're expecting more from KC. You're gonna get it. Martin on for a hat trick. And he'll manage to pick up
It's
all
looked a
three
lot
of
better
them.
ever since the timeout from K-Corp, but I think now Fnatic have to do their own timeout. And might be time to speed it up a little bit.
It's a silver lining at best, but more than anything else, it's not the kind of attacking round that you expect from this Fnatic
The
side.
sack, of course, bro. Thank you for saying that also.
That we know of all the players on the FNC side. With that being said, I think we could be starting to move very quickly in towards timeout territory. Because let's be honest, right? KC, sure, in this round have done
Poster,
very well.
Boostio, and Sadak agreed with FNS. Oh, okay.
I don't think Fnatic.
As in, that's the call they would make. The Boaster one doesn't surprise me.
That's one way of putting it.
The Sadak ones.
Wholeheartedly agree that. Yeah, you expect.
But it is fun though, because again, none of it's like there's not an obvious wrong. There's not an obvious wrong call. Oh, Boo's here. Oh, we should ask Boo about this.
2021 up until this point, a long list of events of his own.
That's gonna be great.
You could go ahead and put on record. It's Scott.
Let me get the clip for you.
Leading the conversation at least.
Dude, it's literally for your game as well.
Someone who since coming into the setup is so heavily involved, both him and Milan. You know, Milan the head coach, but I think, you know, to say that he's just an assistant would maybe.
Are you able to wait until the end of this game, or are you pracking?
How important he is to them.
Yeah, and I think it's not only just like
what's
Milan
going down, like how much time you got right now.
I've been speaking highly of Scott. We've seen it from previous teams that he's been on as well. And
can you wait to the end of the map?
The job that he's done as well since the start, you've got to be. You can't just speak about Scott and what he's done.
I'll get it ready.
It's Milan moving up to that head coach role and putting his own ideas onto the team.
So seeing
because the bad ideas go back. Dude, that's what I'm saying, Benji. That's what I say.
Not quite yet coming on to
I'm not saying it wouldn't 100% not work, but I think your odds of going on site is better. Benji, you can explain it to Boo, and then Boo can give us his answer.
Change up on the defense. This heavy focus to continue.
Fade would delay us, and on site would rotate to short. Exactly. And you had Omen ult, Benji, as well.
As they try to fight out Garage, they get the value from it, but Crashes needs to escape too low to have another fight.
1-for-1 on Kayak. With how Martin's been performing so far, I don't know if that's the trade you perhaps want to take. And with A now looking like it might need to be recovered from KC, it's the missing ultimate.
Context, so we can get the clip up at one point, but wait for the end of this game. We're getting distracted. We're actually doing the FNS and getting distracted and not watching the current game. Oh, Crashy's sleeping, minimap watching.
It doesn't work out, and now the front two players, or at least the front one of Poster, tries to find something back, and it doesn't work.
See, coming out of the timeout, looking rejuvenated, a slight tweak in terms of
in trouble?
Their own
I think they're in trouble.
A bold call to make to go and fight right out of Garage, but it's well supported.
Shanks tried it in a custom and there isn't enough time. I promise you that 100% there's enough time. That's not the question.
Continues.
The
expires,
thing is, like,
KC,
the Fade being able to delay.
Yeah,
and the Omen being able to ult.
Of that timeout.
Can you send a link? Yeah, it should be okay for Boo. We'll find out, mate. If it bans you, hopefully we'll unban you.
Come out the better of it in terms of the ultimate cycle, right? One off that, run it back.
Print screen was this chat, might get flashbangs. I'm trusting you on this.
Reprised his role in Garage, TP
yeah, you have time.
C.
You have time. Like even Boo's given us a thing. You can do it in 20.4. So I mean, you just about have time.
Into the corner, there's so many bodies.
But mate, as soon as that Omen ult hits TP'd in,
dancing with the devil a little bit too much.
the Omen ult comes in. Dude, everyone from Heretics is getting involved. Let's just say FNS is wrong. My goodness.
An angle that you want to read people too many times without support, but now Sadak by his side.
Everyone's getting involved.
KC in a 2-2-1.
This is why I like Valorant,
Solo
man.
Pyro, saving face on A as Kron is
So I would go out there and I would say there's no wrong, but the chance of hitting sight and entering in properly gives you a much better chance of winning. That should be the end take, really.
So we're here to find out. Martin has been gutted. Crashes to collect him.
Omen flash hits 2, recon back a sight. They just pivot to B. Guys, you gotta pivot, surely. Surely you gotta pivot. I'm doing an FNS now. Guys, you gotta go B. You actually have to go B, but it should happen ages ago. Okay, over towards A. Okay, you can all over towards A. Oh my goodness, though. That actually worried me this whole round. Dude, I was watching him chill here for so long, thinking, we have space here and we have this.
A save call, perhaps. Brock Armin core now.
Fair play to Fnatic for being that
sorry,
kill
boot tap
coming
something. Where was
collected.
And that's the other side of the coin. It's a round like that which gets you excited and proves exactly why we hold them in such high regard.
Whose answer is no, there's no way you can go back, no way you can run that route uninterrupted. Yeah,
continues to pose that threat even later into the round. We're seeing once more that KC are really enjoying these deep sea long deposits.
Well,
It's getting players there.
TF, thank you so much in the YouTube chat. I appreciate you doing that, bro. Thank you for the kind words as well. Have a great 93rd birthday. Brilliant. Thank you for that as well, mate.
That they haven't. And with that, we will take a look at who our new boy on the server, right? Pyro, who's had a fairly big couple of rounds to the past this half.
He has, and then we immediately
Isaac.
put on this graphic, which
my
feels like a disservice to
goodness,
him.
Isaac.
These are the week 5 stats.
That's wild behavior from you. Thank you so much for the 100 gifted. My goodness, chat.
Standings
100 big ones. My God, bro. Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
And that's not
Yeah, Slimetry took the throne for a little bit, Isaac. I thought you wouldn't be happy about it. I appreciate you so much, bro. Thank you for that. Isaac, I still need to message you, man. I haven't forgotten, I promise.
But it plays its part.
It does.
Chat, you know what to do. Usual stuff. If you got gifted, at Isaac, say thank you.
Casey's rotations.
Thank you so much, Isaac, man. I appreciate you so much, bro.
Be active as well to what Fnatic are doing. And with Martin being
Chat, I'm streaming every birthday from now on. Surely. It's the most wild thing ever. Every birthday. I'm clearing the plans.
No second TP for him.
It's outrageous.
He's going to try and force the issue himself.
Good amount of info at 50 seconds. Clears all along. Wait, oh, guys, what's going on? Oh. Killjoy. Oh, I mean, it worked out pretty well in the end for K-Corp. How do they want to react? They got so much A control on this one. Still alarm bot, they don't know about it. If Chronicle gets the plant, he gets his ult. And no joke, if he gets the goods. Oh. Okay. Molly over the top. Chronicle 40 could just tank it.
It's on the opposite side. Fnatic have to retrieve.
Oh, dude, they're in trouble. Now what?
Yeah,
Oh, they just got to save. Guys, you just got to save.
And it's not going to work. It's a choke point that KC are using, turning this into a meat grinder.
Phoenix, man. It's actually a Phoenix diff.
Have gone through it, having to save, having to call it right here.
Phoenix value.
And it's going to be KC reaching 11 within touching distance of map point.
Time is a resource, as they say, and with Fnatic put through the tenderizer here, it's intuitive.
Isaac again, thank you so much for doing that, man. I appreciate you. Unincognito, Razor Baba, and Splashy Asp as well. Thank you for doing that as well.
From both the BBL and the Liquid game for Fnatic, slight hesitation in these latter stages of the round when they're
Is
needing to
Fnatic guaranteed
recuperate
champs?
and
Fnatic are guaranteed
break into a
champs, yeah.
site for the first
Fnatic
time,
have the
leaving
most
themselves
points out of anyone in
little
EMEA. They're
opportunity
so
to do
fine. They're
so,
qualified
and
already.
From the barrier drop here, KC,
But
all hands on deck on A.
This is a high chance they're 4th seed if they
Have
lose
the
this,
reaction that
obviously.
they perhaps would have
More chance they
wanted.
get 3rd seed.
Fnatic immediate to take up the C space.
Yeah, but is this what KC want? Is this the plan for the round?
Big kill.
Sadak maybe
I mean,
stepping
look at the
up
minimap this
a
round's
bit
done.
too far. Allows to get the entry, an indirect trade on towards
Ooh.
crashes, and an extra ping.
It's still done
onto
though, right?
Alpha.
Wait,
Pyro
why
has
is
been
Chronicle...
very good with
Wait,
his
what's going on?
Sova ult so
Guy
far.
died with a spike?
Flexible player
Wait, they
stepping
changed
into
so
the
much.
lineup, and part of this flood now
Fast flood
backside.
in.
Oh, Kayak at the back of sight, looking to hold up himself, but
Oh,
can't
God.
quite do it. This
These
is turning
rounds are
into a
so
death
bizarre,
match of a
man.
round.
The fact
The
that he
spike is
got the
heading
spike with the
elsewhere.
Sova
Fnatic
ult
want
changed
nothing more
everything.
to do with C
Chronicle
as it
then can't go
stands.
over
Kron
towards
has the
site, he
pit,
can't
Molly
ult. They gotta go back
Booster
and
of
clear the
Paranoia.
spike.
There is
Speaking of ult though,
stockpile
puts
of
this one down and
utility.
they're all going...
These
I
last
mean,
few
what are they
final
gonna do?
pieces that
3
could
pass them
stave
through
off
heaven or
KC.
something? They got smoke TP. The Omen has
The
to go
Pyro has the
heaven.
drone, and that is the natural counter to
Okay,
clearing
this is pretty
space.
good.
It
Drone.
needs a big value.
It does.
Drone
Boaster's not
the
able to
ult,
destroy it, it's
smoke
just Kron,
TP out.
which means that he takes a step out of the pit. Boaster watching for the heaven drop, but there's a time in there for KC to work with.
Still not managing to get into the pit right now, walking around the side, dropping from the heavens instead, and Pyro is heaven sent. A triple kill on the round from KC's new player.
Oh my god, where did the other 2 appear from?
From left field. Chronicle
No
gives
way.
you a reminder
Yeah, but
of
it just
exactly
randomly got
who
2
he
extra
is.
kills. Dude, Viper Pit, man. It's so
A
strong.
gut punch for KC. A masterclass from Chronicle. Maybe a sprinkle of luck, right? Maybe
I mean,
sprinkle.
it's a sprinkle of
don't
luck,
get
but at the
lucky
same
without
time,
putting
they're
yourself
all
in the
the
right
ones that
position.
are lining up a
As
little
he
bit. They're
traces
tanking the molly
Pyro,
instead of going all
He
the way
finds
around.
everyone else.
Like
A
they're the
rebel
ones
clutch
that
in the
are
pit, and I don't think even he
sitting
can
in the
believe what's
smoke,
happened.
in the actual ult itself.
Sometimes you need to take it, right? Sometimes you need a bit
Oh,
of luck.
he beats that timing at
Come
middle.
back into a map.
He beats that timing at middle. He hears the alarm bot. Hears the drone get taken away, and he could definitely ask for a smoke on this one.
Immediately
Gonna go
cracking
close.
down
He's
on
gonna look
Fnatic
at it. Can maybe
Martin
ping for
through
the
middle.
sure.
Spotted by the
That
alarm
also
bot.
works.
Only Sadak on site as it stands.
Maybe
He
with
has
too many people that
struggled
could see the
to
smoke
dissuade
anyway.
Fnatic up until this point, and the support is a little late to arrive. Has to win the first fight and does.
He does. and
Dude,
there's no
Omen
utility to
flashback
come
was
through, but that
incredible, by the way,
theft
from
is massive
Sugetsu.
for information.
Dude, Boss is in
Second
so
reveal,
much
hat
trouble.
off his head. Sadak letting it rip. Now KC in a position where they do feel yet again inclined to take 12 rounds. The setback only temporary. But Fnatic with the players to still create problems. You have to be thinking about Alpha here.
He's the big one, the one to unlock the site. Sadak. Oh, and Pyro in the corner allows Fnatic into the site potentially.
And now we need another big Martine moment.
30 seconds
30-second
left.
mark now crossed. Spike still committed. And all 3 players on the KC side here.
As Graffiti needs to be cleaned, that's where a double stack of KC deposits are.
For the execution as it comes in, Martine has his.
That's
and
another
both
round for FNC here
duelists
as well.
deny it.
Thinking that.
Fnatic
think of the
trying to weave
think,
their way
hey, probably
back
got a pivot on
into
that.
another
It's actually been quite a few of them.
unfavourable round, but this time
They at
it
least
is
cut
no
the
good.
sound to
Luck
create the
can't
pressure
strike
like they might
twice.
have.
Fnatic have a big challenge to defy. KC taking this map.
Boo, thank you so much, bro. Thank you.
Yeah, and at this moment in time, KC's defense, it has to be said, the reads have been looking
Best of luck in your next game as well,
very
dude.
spot on.
That's the one thing that you're focusing on. The
Okay,
reads, the
2.
initial setup. It's when the round
If we
grows
consider
long
this
and
was a
tired
2-0 on the
that Fnatic
pistols, it is actually
the
very,
masters of
very one-sided right
manipulation.
now. K-Cop just have looked better on this map, but I will say
Damage we
Eng
got.
really
It's on the
bailed them
line.
out on that timeout when they lost the pistol bonus.
of slivers
Like that
between the
timeout was
double
good, man,
doors.
because they were playing
She's could be the first.
wrong.
So up close and personal, he decides to go stinger in hand.
They've been
Yes,
so
the
much better at like
speed.
fighting sites now as well,
Fnatic have really fanned out on their
and
map
getting
control, but
information and
back
holding
to
on to
garage we
space.
go. It's the drone that Martin wants to try and play in front. With no TP,
pretty sure Martin's dead.
It's a big one to win.
Why
Manages to
does he not have a
protect the spike as
TP?
well. Look at KC at the same time. They lose that pick in mid.
Did it just run out? It might have.
Elsewhere towards the extremities.
He should have a backup on though, right?
Through a sewer. But Fnatic, they go elsewhere. They start to make that spike towards B.
Problem with Fnatic's recent B post plants.
I still like this from K-Cop. Once it happens over towards Garage, they push C in reaction, but this is a done round.
Do create a little bit of breathing room for themselves. Boaster towards backside, but it's
maybe if Avez gets the kill.
Has already given numbers.
Avez up against Alpha, yeah, and it's Alpha
it should be
to
so
win
fine.
it out. Sadak looking for something to go his way. The buy's still in favour of KC, even though Fnatic have a player advantage. But the set piece to set up Kayak and deny KC the round is there, as every single player will drop. And Fnatic,
Yeah, a bit of a rough first kill on that.
Fnatic will not play a game of chasing shadows. They create some light for themselves in the dark at last. This call to send Kayak through Link was brilliant. Alpha holding it down as usual, but just waiting for the contact before making the play. Looking a whole lot better. It feels like night and day round on round for Fnatic here, and they need
still
one
a full buy though for
to push
K-Cop.
KC to yet another
One away from a
overtime
Phoenix ult.
in the last couple of weeks.
God, they're still using recon lineup that you can get spammed from. Surely not.
Start for Fnatic through Kayak. Kron there as well, sure. But Martin and Sadak have a combo that we've seen quite a few times on this defense
The
side.
Indian Scouser, thank you so much, bro. My
Player is always
goodness,
expected
20 as
to
well.
be on those
Guys are
extremities,
insanely
collecting as
generous.
much
Thank you
info
so
as
much. The Indian
possible, but
Scouser, thank you for doing
in
that, bro.
tandem with Sadak, it has created
Thank you for the support, man.
a lot
Appreciate
of the
that.
setup for these reads that we've been talking about, but this time KC are a little bit light on their
Weber,
feet
what?
towards A. Having two such proficient
Thank you so
riflers
much, Indian Scouser. Thank you for
getting
saying
pop
that.
out
Thank
for
you,
them
thank
much
you.
either, so it's not like it's an
Slimetry
easy
as
one
well,
for Martin
25
to land.
also. Thank you so much, Slimetry, man. I appreciate you as well, dude. Thank you for that. Just everyone's just dropping crazy numbers, apparently. Slimetry, bro, appreciate that. Thank you so much, man.
Lockdown available.
You know what to do it. Again, anyone that got gifted, make sure whoever gifted you, say thank you. At this rate, it might be the whole of chat.
Cutting off one of the avenues of approach, though, for Fnatic, and without strong sewer control, it's the lockdown long instead. Can't fully push KC off site.
Big play from Martin.
Martinez went searching and found a whole load of danger. And on top of that, Hunter's Fury to deny anybody getting into sight.
Well, we're going overtime.
And Foster at the same time cuts off the rotates. It's looking worse and worse for KC.
It's an impossible
Player
retake.
less to consider, though, on the site as Boaster is removed. Crashy the same in main. Effective 3-on-3 if they challenge it, but KC slow on the update.
Yeah, that they are, but there's delay to come through. But Pyro at the same time finds Alpha here.
Rumbler. Wait, what's going on? The 20 into the 25 into the 30. Rumbler, thank you so much, bro. Appreciate the 30 gifted. You realize you guys can do lower numbers if you want, right? That's crazy, man. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you, bro.
4 overtimes.
Usual stuff.
In their last
at
4
Rumbler,
maps
if
played.
you got gifted.
KC winning the final 2 in the series against Liquid.
I mean, this
but
was
it
a nicely
feels like
handled
such
round
a
from
similar
Fnatic, though.
start.
They just had the ult advantage on this Killjoy ult. They didn't have to get over towards site with the
Champions grade quality
smoke
that you
down. They
expect
win.
to be able
They were
to
pretty on top of
turn these guys
the fact
situations
that
around.
the Yoru might try to disrespect it with
Now
TP.
coming into the first bout of OT, it's back to the defense for them.
With that being said, Kayak is going to bring out a glass cannon operator for this defense. You know his confidence, just in general, never mind just the fact with the operator and the fact that he's willing to take no shields.
Try and set it up instantaneously. Kayak on the
gets
line.
the
Sadak
up
has
out.
to cross.
Dude, this big pick.
Receives himself a shot.
And he goes back and holds that angle. We got a drone to clear anyone. The might have TP'd out as well, so he can just hold this line on his own. Means he can free up the rotate as well.
Still got all of that utility
dude,
to deal with
I mean,
towards the C
this is
site.
the round done, surely. I feel like Fnatic would have to mess up heavily. But the Gen G turret.
Trying to be the protagonist, trying to be the guy to make it happen.
Got Molly for delay. You got Wall for fast flooding.
Potential way to cut off the rotates and get something back, but KC still slow roll their way on to see
3 passing on site.
And Kron lying away.
Alpha can distract for Kron. Molly's
Molly's
good. Oh, Aves tanks the Molly and spams him. Wait, that's pretty...
There's no second
It's pretty nice from him.
Oh,
My goodness, supposed to commit?
Schoolboy, it would seem, shut down, and now numbers.
What did I miss here? Why?
They know exactly what they need to do to hit in towards this site, but Alpha is looking
30
for something,
seconds left.
looking for information, maybe even
Smoke goes up over towards A, creates a little bit of pressure. They could be walking up short.
In the meantime, having
They hit back over towards C site, 2 person on C site, and Lombard early. 15 seconds. Dude, Crashies could win it. Big duel at long here.
The remaining members has to be the Crashies show. Needs to see his name in lights.
Boy.
But put out
What a shocker from Fnatic.
Martin.
4 against 1. A kayak clutch,
for Aves the spike, he gets his ult.
And a run it back heading his way. Make it a 5th, but he's found the first of them. Wallbang is ambitious.
God,
Those ambitions put to rest. Calming core now.
I will say, Aves did great to get that first
One more
kill.
opportunity, this one in OT to convert. Must just reiterate, it is their map pick. Corrode laying in wait ahead of us.
Ooh.
To put further measures
That
in
one
place,
looks
there is
so
a
rough,
timeout
man.
coming through
That one
on the
looks
KC
so
side.
rough.
Look pretty good after their pauses so far.
Right. Ryan, thank you so much for the
Important one,
36. One for each
Advantage
year.
in
Thank you, Ryan. I
overtime
appreciate that,
to
mate. Thank you for doing the
try and
36 as well.
send this
Jesus, you
one
guys are
home.
going nuts, man.
Fnatic though
The
allowed a
Oilers
chance
are crazy
to speak
right now.
themselves.
Thank you so much.
Milan and Scott probably trying to come up with
Going
some
for the
sort
most
of plan
sub
on this
record in the
attack,
stream
because
for sure.
At the end of the
I
day,
appreciate you all. Thank you for doing that, Ryan, as well.
attack,
Thank you.
it felt as if
Anyone got
Fnatic were the
gifted?
ones
Ryan
who
Lowles
shot
with a
themselves in
Z.
the foot a little bit.
Say thank you as well.
It really depends which round you're talking about. We saw some
Wowzers as
played
well. I
rounds
missed
and
your
some
prime. Thank you so
rounds
much.
which looked a little bit more laboured.
Don't use real
History
name as well
between
with
Boaster and
the
Sadak
prime.
going
Thank
all
you
the
so
way
much
back
also,
to their
dude.
first meeting in the
Ryan,
lock-in
I missed your
grand
sub as
final,
well,
of
mate.
course,
Thank you for doing that also.
where the history of Fnatic being a team which choked in those kinds of situations was completely flipped on its head, and that really set up their year in 2023.
Lils
Think about that
Janora
one
as
a
well.
little bit
Thank you so
more
much for
when
the
we
8
head to the
months.
new
Appreciate
map
the prime.
after
Thank you
this.
for that. Oni Summer as well with the prime. Mango
factor that could
Freeze with the
play.
5 gifted. Thank you so much,
KC
Mango,
back
as
on the
well, man.
defense,
Thank you so much, Mango Freeze.
not leaving anything down to chance.
How you know what to do.
Already wanting
Same
to
stuff.
get aggressive as they have
Mango,
done so
appreciate
many
you.
times.
Rowan Val, thank you for the 16 months also, dude. Thank you for that. Chat, thanks for saying happy birthday as well. I appreciate everyone.
To adapt to it
Thank you for
towards
the wishes.
the latter end of that second half. Just like KC adapted
Camera goes
to how
deep
Fnatic
of-
wanted to play through mid themselves.
Uh-oh.
The timing and Alfie are up close against Aves, and he tries to take him out.
Okay,
and
I mean, that
Robusto,
was-
a big one to
That's what it all kind of came down to. Smokes here. Sadak spams one through.
Sadak has a decision to make. Does he want to play on
Dude,
site
Sadak
or
wants to
drop
fight
off?
site.
Looks like he's
He wants to
gonna
end it right
stick
here.
as long as possible, and the trap's done its job. Alpha closing the distance. Quick trade.
That it is, and garage control important because there is no smokes and there is no players left on C. Alpha caught out trying to escape. He brings us back to a 2-on-2.
Pyro with Martin. So many big clutches between the two of them, and now the 2-on-2. Kron and Crashies.
Yeah, I mean there's so much initiation to try and get out of garage, but that utility could be the right.
Okay, big flash. Mate, if they committed to that, if they committed to the swing there. Honestly though, I think that is a little bit of justice. I do think that K-Pop looked a lot better on this Haven. Really. I know it got so close it was a double pistol, though there was a bonus in here as well that got one. I think they legit deserve to win this match, from what I saw.
But if they can replicate this kind of success in quick fashion, then maybe